Linsey Davis, Robin Roberts is right. It's a sorority thing. I don't understand it at all. So you have to explain it to everybody. Sure. You're a sorority sister of Kamala Harris.
Right. Well, you know, pearls are a symbol of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, which she pledged while she was at Howard University. And the strand of pearls is symbolic of the unity and the sisterhood. OK, but on this day, there's actually a Facebook page of women who say wear pearls on January 20th, 2021. And hundreds of thousands of women are apparently wearing pearls in support of her.
One of the moderators, the lady that was up there, is actually Kamala's sorority sister. So you have the sorority sister, and then you have her best friend that is one of the execs. So now we know why there was a 3-on-1 debate. So we know that it was a biased debate. No questions asked. So you're celebrating for nothing, because she never did get to her policy. She never answered any questions. They never fact-checked her on anything. I want to bring something else to your attention, because a lot of people are distorted in knowing what a real leader is. See, Trump is a real leader. A real leader is not perfect by any means. A leader shows up. They don't hide from the people. She's saying that she's a part of the people. Then where were you for 3.5 years? You didn't show up. You didn't show up for the families that was in Afghanistan. You didn't show up. All you did was hid behind the keyboard all weekend and talk about the real leader that showed up. You didn't show up to the border. Trump went to the border, even though he wasn't president. He showed up to the border. And for all you black people out there, she didn't even show up to the NABJ. Trump showed up to the NABJ.
In the lead up to the first presidential debate of 2024, an interesting facet of the event's setup has captured public attention, which is the relationship between Vice President Kamala Harris and ABC News anchor Linsey Davis, who moderated the debate. Both are members of Alpha Kappa Alpha, the first intercollegiate historically African-American sorority, a connection that has sparked discussions about objectivity in journalism and the political arena. Kamala Harris and Linsey Davis's affiliation with Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority dates back to their respective college years. Harris, an alumna of Howard University, joined AKA in the 1980s, where she was known for her leadership and advocacy, traits often associated with members of the sorority. Linsey Davis, on her part, joined the sorority during her time at the University of Virginia. Their shared sorority bond symbolizes a network of support, shared values, and community service, core tenets of AKA. The September 10th debate in Philadelphia was anticipated as a pivotal moment in the presidential race. However, what was not widely discussed until after the event was the personal connection between Harris and Davis. Post-debate, social media platforms buzzed with posts highlighting this relationship, with some users suggesting that this connection could imply a bias in the moderation of the debate. Critics argue that the debate's integrity was compromised due to this relationship. I personally believe that Davis's role as a moderator, given her sorority sister status with Harris, was not coincidental and was a rigged setup favoring Harris. I believe this because of the soft questioning and lack of rigorous fact-checking when it came to Harris's statements during the debate. ABC News has not officially commented on these allegations, but standard journalistic practice would suggest that moderators are chosen for their ability to remain impartial, in which Davis definitely did not do. Alpha Kappa Alpha has a long history of political involvement and civic engagement, with many of its members, like Harris, stepping into political roles. The sorority's network is known for its influential reach, promoting education, health, economic empowerment, and leadership development among its members. This backdrop adds layers to the debate discussion, where the values of sisterhood and support can then become political favoritism. The debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, moderated by Linsey Davis, has inadvertently spotlighted the intricate ties that bind people beyond their professional roles. While the claims of the debate being rigged in favor of Harris due to her sorority connection with Davis remain speculative and largely based on being able to connect the dots and use common sense, they raise broader questions about transparency, conflict of interest, and the perception of bias in high-stakes political events. As the election cycle continues, this episode serves as a reminder of the complex interplay between personal affiliations and public roles, challenging media outlets and public figures to navigate these relationships with utmost transparency. Whether or not the debate was influenced, the conversation it has sparked is undeniably significant in the discourse on media ethics and political impartiality.